This is a full disclosure. I am not a lawyer. This is not legal advice. Just sharing my life experiences, hoping you and I can learn from them. If you are looking for legal advice, I can't help you. I do not take any legal or illegal stance on any matter. Just want to get that out there. Seek it, need a lawyer, seek legal advice from that guy. I'm not that guy. It's always good when you're making a statement of facts, statement of status, or a affidavit of status, affidavit of corporate denial. It's always notice to agent, notice to principal, notice to principal, it's notice to agent. Always inform everyone of everyone that is being informed. You're going to send a list of names that are being informed to everyone, so everyone knows who everyone else is. You're pointing out the players. As you see, is the purpose of this document. Let them know that I am not any of those guys. I am not any of those entities. Then I started by asking questions and making statements. Like, at the time of the alleged complaint, I was acting under my inherent natural creator bestowed constitutionally protected rights. Not constitutional rights. A piece of paper does not give you rights. Your creator did that for you. The paper just makes sure or try to prevent people from trampling and infringing on those rights. I asked them, do you have any evidence to the contrary? Which they will not, because they deal in legal or illegal and fraudulent evidence. So they can't produce anything that is factual. You can see here, third one, I give the judge 20 days to comply or to refute any of the facts presented herein, or they stand as true facts, because he agreed with me that they were true facts by acquiescing and not responding. Check out title of nobility. Check out title of nobility. They should not have any title of nobility, but yet they hold esquire, lord, all other kind of titles from a foreign agency, a foreign country, which is Great Britain. Then I just went in and told the facts as I saw them, and it's accurate and it's not hearsay. Your birth date, your date of birth is hearsay information. Were you coherent when you were born? Do you remember that day? Do you have firsthand knowledge of that day? If not, it's hearsay information. It's hearsay evidence. Someone had to tell you what your birthday was. Number 7, I'll make a presumption that badge 405, well, 104, 504, and 506 were attempting to get access to the trust, to abuse the trust by me fabricating evidence of being a U.S. citizen, i.e. the guy on the driver's license. I am not him. He is not I. Give me a second. I am doing this in the stairwell of the hotel room that I'm staying in for my job. And my baby boy is sleeping, so I had to do it out here so I wouldn't make any noise and wake him up. Then I provided evidence, the malicious acts and deception that Keith Lewis said he was giving the birth certificate a warning. That's what he told me when he handed me the paper, a warning. And I told him I was going to mail it back off to him. He told me, you don't need to. It's a warning. On the further investigation, I see that it's a citation. And that's my reason for making the statement of facts. Well, I was going to do it anyway, regardless if it was a warning or not, because he has no jurisdiction to give me a warning about anything. I'm not one of his citizens. He should be warning. I can care less about your legal or illegal system. And I let the judge know on number 9, hey, I'm going to appoint you the trustee, discharge of this matter with prejudice, because every consent involves a submission, but a mere submission does not necessarily involve consent. And that's because they can beat it out of you to get a consent from you. They can make you submit to get a consent. Just because you submitted doesn't mean you consented willfully and lawfully. Signing date, or signing seal, length of Texas, under perjury, of course, under the laws of the United States of America and without the United States, because you are foreign to the United States. Not operating in their jurisdiction, and we letting them know this, that we're going to execute this paperwork without you, because we don't need you. Reserve all your rights without prejudice. Make it a habit. Whatever you buy, go to a car wash, whatever the case may be. If you have to sign something, make it a habit to reserve your rights without prejudice before you sign that paperwork. Always get it notarized, because the notary has more power than the court system, but they won't tell you that, or just as much power. If the notary accepts it, the court has to accept it. They cannot reject that paperwork because it's been notarized. They cannot reject it. What I was going to say, oh yeah, without the U.S., I can do this under 10 minutes. That's what I was shooting for. Without the U.S., because every country is a subsidiary corporation for the banksters and the Vatican. The Vatican is the only sovereign nation. Everyone else is considered a corporation. Think about that for a moment. What would their headquarters be if there's only one sovereign and everybody else are corporations, dead entities? What would you think they would be? All right. Oh, bring it back another thing. I always separate my name. Your so-called last name is your family name. So I always separate those. Let them know, hey, John Davis Jr. is together. Bernard is separate from that, because kings and queens don't have last names. They have family names. And you are a king or a queen. So use your name like it was intended. Use your Christian name. You're the family of donut, family of yada, 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 whatever. And I got this stamp here. I always got my name, my family, CO in the front of my address, because that's in care of. Always spell out the drive, lane, boulevard, parkway. Spell it out. No abbreviations. Texas Republic, California Republic, North Dakota Republic, wherever you from. Non-domestic. RR zip code. You don't have to put the zip code. That's what the code is about, the DMM. You don't have to put the zip code, but it helps to get your mail back if they do respond to any of your correspondence. You're letting them know, hey, you can reach me near this zip code, but I don't live in that zip code because as U.S. citizens. You can see here, certified receipt. Always get a certified receipt. You see who name that is. And that's not the first time that I have sent him notification. I have sued him once and they threw it out. But as soon as they threw it out, a few weeks later, he got hit with bribery charges. And I plan to sue him again. Those guys say I even messed up on the street. Spell it out, no abbreviations. Mickey from the statement of facts, and Chief from the statement of facts. Let them know, hey, pay for that postage, man. And it serves as a witness. It serves as a notice, hey, I got these people served. I have contacted him. Regardless of if he seen the letter or not, he has been notified. And here's my proof that he has been notified. She has been notified. They have been notified. It's irrefutable evidence right here. Irrefutable. We got documentation. And they have none. So, for those who want to check it out again, before we head out, statement of facts, man. It's not that hard. It doesn't have to be in any certain format. You choose, you pick. You the king, you the sovereign. That is your choice. Just list what they did wrong, and these are not all the violations they did. These are some of the violations. And one of them is a Class B felony. Deprivation of rights under color of law. Class B. You can make the judge a trustee. You can do that either in person or in writing. Preferably in writing, because you should not be in a courtroom unless you damage someone's property or damage someone. Other than that, what the hell are they gonna do? They can't produce anything. So he acquiesced to being a trustee. A trustee does what he's told to do, and he will do it. He has no choice unless he wants to go against his oath. And that's another charge you can bring against him because he's acting outside of his duties. So I'm out, man. Hopefully someone learned something. You want to touch base, you want to just shoot the shit and gain some knowledge or whatever, hit me up, man. It's all good. Got nothing but time to educate, man. Ezekiel 25:17. We're all trying to get free. And I got the keys. I'm just trying to help you unlock the doors. That's it. Flood these goddamn gates. Because if they don't have any more of these, where is it? If they don't have any more of these, they don't have a civilization. If we take these guys and let them know, brainwash them, let them know, hey, you are a state citizen. You are an American national. They lose power. They lose power. They get smaller and smaller and smaller. Has anybody ever played Civilization on the Xbox? And when you're playing against other nations or whatever, they're stealing your people because you're not as developed as they are. That's what needs to happen. They need to lose their citizens. Because if they don't have citizens, they have no one to control. They have no one to tax, which means they cease to exist by default, by just you claiming your natural rights. You don't even have to shoot nobody, you ain't got to kill nobody, nothing, kidnap anyone. All you have to do is operate the way the Most High wants you to operate. That is it.